What are your thoughts on the biopic date? By the way, love your videos. Thanks, girl. I'm like sad that it's not this year, but also I want it to be ready, and I'm glad we have an official date, and I am hoping it doesn't get changed. It cannot possibly get changed again, right? Please don't. Because we have been through the depths of hell with this biopic and like looking for the trailer and more shots from behind the scenes. We have just been in the trenches, y'all. So I'm hoping this sticks, right? Hi guys, I'm back. I got two things to say before I start this video. First thing is I am attempting to use my tiny microphone again because I love these things so much. My camera does not have an input to like connect a mic to my camera, so therefore I am using my iPhone voice memos app to record the audio for this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sync this well with the video, so we're going to see how this goes.
Let's get this mother crock!
And then number two, my last video, unfortunately a huge chunk of it is no longer even viable because the MJ estate as well as BTS's company have denied any involvement in the Michael tribute that was supposedly a thing.
This is so sad.
People saying BTS had been to a recording studio, that a documentary was in the works, that they're going to use one of Michael's tracks and, you know, record vocals and stuff. Yeah, BTS has denied it. MJ Estate has denied ever knowing anything of the sort of that.
She's nothing of the sort.
So I was expecting a lot of things, but that was not it. I even have proof, guys. I have physical proof that on Instagram, the first thing I said when I saw this on Twitter, I was like, please let this be real. Please let this be real. Like multiple times. Please let this be real, right? And then not long after that, I post this. Oh my gosh, it's real. I'm freaking the heck out, right? Literally by the time I filmed that video, edited it, posted it, within a couple of hours of that, the MJ estate is already denying that the tribute's happening.
Oh, wow.
The BTS's company reaches out not long after that and denies it as well. So video didn't age well, but I'm still keeping it up because I did include a Michael biopic update as well as the 4K footage of Black or White and that whole debate. So I'm still going to keep it up. I changed the thumbnail and title. Just ignore the last portion of that video. It was trending on Twitter, guys. I mean, people really believed that this was happening. I mean, I just didn't expect it to end that way. I don't think anyone did, even people that normally report on stuff like that. I don't think anybody was expecting it. So apologies for sharing false information. I genuinely, if I had even an inkling that it wasn't true, I wouldn't have said anything. Today, as you can see, we're doing a Q&A, and I haven't done a Q&A, and I'm pretty sure over a year now, or almost over a year. So here are my questions. Thank you to everybody who went on my Instagram. This is my Instagram. If you're not following me and you want to be in my next Q&A, or you just want to see what I'm up to on there, I post a lot of silly stuff most of the time.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
But yeah, thank you guys for the questions, and I am going to block out everyone's username just in case you want to remain anonymous. So let's go ahead and begin. Are you doing another MJ fans do/say? I plan on doing it at some point, just not anytime soon. I'm actually thinking about maybe my next video or the video after that doing a things Queen fans do/say. I think it'll be part 2.
That is not correct.
Because some people asked for that. So I'll probably do one of those. I don't really have a lot of ideas for a Michael one since I just did one a couple of months ago or a few months ago. How do I parallel park? Please help. Girl. Don't ask me because I learned how to do it for my driving test and I still wasn't even that good. I don't live that far from Atlanta, but even so, I choose to just not drive down there because there is a lot of parallel parking foolishness going on down there and I do not wish to participate in it. I just don't.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
It's one thing to parallel park when there's no cars next to you, in front or behind you, right? When there's a car there, you will not catch me doing that. I will hit their car. I will hit both cars in the process. So honestly, do your best. If you haven't taken your driving test yet, just learn it for that. Do your best. if that's what your driving test includes. I think most of them do, at least here in the US they do. And then after that, I just kind of like to forget that that ever happened and that I ever had knowledge of parallel parking, because I haven't used it since. I'm going to be totally honest, I have not used it since my driving test. I just let my boyfriend drive me. I don't got time for all that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Would you be interested in reading more terrible fan fiction, or any blank fans be like, oh, like Michael fans? Okay, yeah, I am gonna do a Queen fans at some point because I know some people have asked for that. As far as the fan fiction, I asked for recommendations and I don't think I have the screenshots anymore, so I'm gonna have to ask again on my Instagram. Or if you guys have any fanfic recommendations, feel free to leave it in the comments. The ones I find lately are not that good. Like, they're either really long and elaborate and I don't want to do a whole series on it, or it's not that good. You said terrible fanfiction, so like, maybe I'll bring it back at some point. I just don't know. I guess I just gotta find it myself and get creative, right? Just gotta be Googling away for some crazy Michael Queen K-pop whatever fan fiction. I'm such a big fan. Anywho, what is your favorite video that you've ever filmed? First of all, thank you. It's actually the same person, so thank you for your nice comment and your questions. One of my favorites is definitely the summoning Freddie and Michael. I did one with Olivia and Caitlin, and I did another with Olivia and Jacob. Those are two of my favorites. It's honestly hard to pick a favorite. I also really love my Guide to Queen, Guide to Michael videos, because people really, really love those. Like, my Guide to Queen video is by far the most popular video on my channel. I just want to say thank you guys, because it blows my mind how much traction that video got. I know a big part of it was because of the Queen biopic, but still. And then another one is my BTS in Chicago vlog. I feel like that was, you know, the very start of my 20s, and that was probably some of the most fun times I've ever had in my life so far. So I have to include those. They were just so silly and so ridiculous.
I'm using a porta potty. Is that a urinal? Oh my god.
Do you have any signed Michael albums or merch? I have Michael merchandise. I have his Moonwalk book. I think I have one of his CDs that one of you guys actually gave me, Emma, when I did my Meeting a Moonwalker video years ago. Hey Emma, hope you're doing well. I stalk your Instagram every now and then. Seems like you're doing well. Any signed stuff? No. I have very limited Michael merch, to be honest. My birthday's coming up in September, and I think one of my biggest goals for my birthday is to redo my shelf. I actually did a shelf tour, but I ended up having to delete it because there was a certain man on my shelf that was very prominent. So I took that video down. So I'm gonna have to redo it, but I want to redo my entire shelf. I've got a lot of new stuff since I made that video, and I've also just kind of started to run out of space, so I'm gonna have to reorganize it and everything. But I don't have a lot of Michael merch, but that's one thing I want to change when I start working on my shelf. I buy a lot of fan-made stuff too. It doesn't have to be official merch. Like, it doesn't have to be expensive and official. I like a lot of the fan-made stuff as well. Do you think Queen and Adam Lambert will ever tour again? I think they will, as crazy as that sounds, but I definitely think they're gonna have some kind of goodbye, one final goodbye. I know that Brian and Roger, you know, they recently had birthdays not that long ago, so it's really crazy to think, you know, they're just getting older. I know that's how life works, but it's just, and I don't know, with the passing of Ozzy recently, I've got to appreciate them while they're here, you know? I've seen them, what, like 5-6 times? I don't even know how that's possible, that they're just continuously touring the way that they were. I mean, I think that's what's going to happen, but also Adam's been really busy with a lot of musical theater, and he is absolutely killing it. I am loving him and Cynthia in Jesus Christ Superstar, and Milo, y'all know that man is so fine, and he's really killing it in it. So yeah, he's been pretty busy, but I love it for him. You know, he was in Cabaret, now he's in Jesus Christ Superstar as Judas. That role was truly made for him. If the estate does more 4K remasters, which short film do you want them to do next? At this point, I'm happy with any video that is actually in 4K and done well. I truly am. I truly am at this point. Do you have a favorite actor? I don't really know actors and actresses like that. Right now, my favorite actor, my new favorite hyper fixation is 100% gonna be Manny. I'm gonna put his last name. Jacinto? Is that how you say it? I'll put a clip of someone in here saying it.
Hollywood actor and Filipino pride, Manny Jacinto. Manny, welcome to the Philippines.
Girl, you butchered that last name so bad.
Him, I am going to be watching the Freakier Friday movie because me and my mom loved it wasn't the original Freaky Friday. It was the one with Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis, right? Loved that movie growing up. My mom thought that movie was hilarious, and it was a good movie. I watched that so many times as a kid. So I'm definitely gonna watch Freakier Friday, but he is Lindsay Lohan's husband in the second one. Oh, I need that. He is one, y'all. I'm telling you right now. Spoiler alert. That is my man of the year for August. I can tell you that right now. Okay, I saw him in what was the show? The Good Place. I did see him in that. I thought he was gorgeous in that. Right? He's 37, dude.
What?
He's 37. I'm 37. We're only 10 years apart. Okay, I'm about to be 27. What the heck is going on? Anyway, I'm getting off topic, but him, Milo Manheim, because I saw him in School Spirits, and also he's in the Zombies movies, which is hilarious. There was a recent one. I should probably watch it, shouldn't I? Just for a good laugh, you know. It's made for kids, so it's fine. But he's really good looking. Of course, Rami Malek, I've always thought is good looking. Even before Bo Rap, I was watching Mr. Robot. Those are the ones I can think off the top. Oh, Cooper. I always want to say it wrong. I always want to say Cooper Cock. Okay, it's not that. Cooper Koch. He is so fine, and I need him to be in more things. I know he's nominated for an Emmy for the Monster series. He did a great job. He deserves his flowers, is all I gotta say. But yeah, Cooper is so handsome. I need that, even though he literally has a man, right?
And then to all your baby girl lover fans, what's your message?
Are you going to any more concerts this year? As of now, I'm going to 2 more. This month, actually, August. On Michael's birthday, I'm seeing Midnight Trust, August 29th. With my boyfriend. That is my boyfriend David's favorite band, and they make some really good music. Some of my faves are Billy Toppy, Tree Among Shrubs. You probably heard one of their songs, Show Me How. I think it was on TikTok at one point. And then I'm also seeing Marina. I'm so excited to see her because growing up, when I was in middle school, she was very popular on Tumblr, you know, prima donna girl. I was so here for her Marina and the Diamonds era, but now she is just herself. And I saw her perform at Lollapalooza, and she's just so gorgeous. Like, I'm gonna freak out. She is so beautiful, and I love her voice. And her new album, No Skips, amazing. You guys should listen to it. Princess of Power by Marina. Check it out. Such a good album. Do you plan to do any more fan fiction readings? Like I said, I will do it at some point. I just haven't found a good one yet. So if you guys have any recommendations, let me know in the comments. What's your fave MJ album right now? I'm actually back to Invincible again. I think last time I said History, but now I'm back in Invincible land, which can you blame a girl? I mean, Invincible is truly that. Would you ever visit Neverland? I would love to. I'm so excited to see it in the Michael biopic. I also would love to go to the King of Popcorn event that's in Los Angeles. There's so many Michael events I would love to go to, but you know, usually they're always in Los Angeles, and I'm over here in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, so that takes a lot of money to get just from here to there for a flight. So it's just not looking reasonable right now, but I know my boyfriend, he went to Indianapolis Zoo. I don't know where anything is, you guys. I'm gonna be honest. I'm very directionally challenged. Like going places around me, I'm directionally challenged. So you can imagine when I'm traveling, it's 10 times worse. So I was like, how far is that from Gary, Indiana? Girl, it's like hours away.
You're so dumb.
Anyway, but I did consider like, oh, should I go with him to go to Michael's house? But no. Why isn't Why Christmas Time on streaming platforms anymore? Funny story. I kept getting messages from the site that I use to make that appear, my Why Christmas Time, to make it appear on Spotify, right? Because it's on Spotify, I believe Apple Music, and a few others. Now it's not, because I received multiple emails saying that I got a new credit card, right? And so it was like, your credit card's invalid, and it was telling me how much more it went up. So I just stopped paying it. But the good news is it's not on streaming platforms, unfortunately, but it is still on my personal YouTube channel, the video as well. So the song and the video are up if you ever want to listen to it. Thank you for being concerned about that. I know that song was literally from like 2019. So thanks for showing justice for my girl, Why Christmas Time. Maybe at Christmas I'll give her another shout out. Do you plan to do more Janet Jackson reaction videos? Yes, but I do reaction videos. Sometimes it's fine. Sometimes I get copyrighted. even if I don't play the music, because you can't show more than like 20 to 30 seconds worth of the video, which obviously if I'm doing a reaction, I have to show more than that because that's not a reaction. So it's very difficult for me to do commentary videos anymore. That's why I'm doing a lot of TikTok edits because they're short and YouTube lets me get away with it. But yeah, YouTube hasn't been very kind to me with reaction videos. So, what is your favorite Queen song? I never know what my actual answer is to this question. Like overall, it changes all the time. So I'm just gonna go with my favorite right now, which for some reason has been Get Down, Make Love. That song is a banger. Okay, and the live version at Rock Montreal is everything. What are your thoughts on the biopic date? By the way, love your videos. Thanks, girl. I'm sad that it's not this year, but also I want it to be ready, and I'm glad we have an official date, and I am like hoping it doesn't get changed. It cannot possibly get changed again, right? Because we have been through the depths of hell with this biopic and like looking for the trailer and more shots from behind the scenes. We have just been in the trenches, y'all. So I'm hoping this sticks. How old were you when you got a crush on Michael? I would say 2009. You know, when he passed away, I watched This Is It, and then I started watching videos of him on YouTube, and I always thought he was really cute, you know, but I didn't tell anyone until I was in high school. I was 10 when Michael passed, but yeah, in high school, I had finally come to terms with the fact that I was obsessed with that man, and I think the big motivation for me accepting that I had a crush on him was because I saw so many Michael Jackson fan accounts and finally felt validated that I loved that man. Now I have no shame. I will scream it from the rooftops that I think Michael Jackson is handsome and talented and sexy and amazing, right?
Period! Period!
Do you have any BTS tours you might want to see? For instance, Namjoon or Jungkook? I would definitely go to Namjoon's or Jungkook's. You know, I was lucky enough to go to Jin's recently. I'm sad I couldn't see J-Hope's, but I was fortunate enough to see him at Lollapalooza. By the way, I have been meaning to say this, but Lollapalooza this year looked absolutely amazing. Oh my god, it was just a hit for me. I really wish I could have went to Lollapalooza this year. It looked like so much fun. I know there's a lot of speculation that Jungkook is going to do a solo tour. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I would love to be there. I'm hoping he comes to Atlanta. Yeah, I'm hoping one of them will come to Atlanta, please. What is your favorite Michael and Freddie hairstyle? Love your vids. You're a great person. Thank you. Freddie's is his 1979 hair. Okay, that's so specific, but this length on him and the curls, I was hyperventilating. Okay, I need that expeditiously. Needed DoorDash to my front door, you guys. Now, Michael, I loved his hair for Elizabeth, I Love You, but I gotta say, this hair though, oh my god, the curls with the short hair, I don't know. I love his long hair put up in the back like that, like half up, half down, but this one, it does things to me. Will you do commentary on Black or White, please and thank you? So again, I want to do commentary videos, but YouTube has not been kind to me for using long clips of footage. I don't know if you guys remember when my Smooth Criminal video was up for like maybe a year or two, and then it all of a sudden disappeared from my channel. That's because it got blocked globally because I was using the song and the video. Now my video will either be blocked, copyrighted, or I'll have to remove a good chunk of footage even if I don't play the music. It's gotten that strict. So unfortunately, I am not going to be able to do commentary on the Black or White 4K. But again, I talk about it in my last video, but yeah, I won't be able to react to it, unfortunately. All right, this is going to be a long answer. How is Olivia, Caitlyn, Hannah, and Jacob? So there's some lore here, okay? And I feel comfortable sharing it because it's more of me exposing myself than it would be of them. In my opinion, I'm in the wrong in this situation. So basically, me, Olivia, Caitlyn, and Jacob, and Hannah, we haven't been talking on a regular basis at all. Mainly me, Olivia, Caitlyn, and Hannah. Jacob, we talk every now and then, but basically what happened is that when 2020 began, I was obviously really struggling. I've talked about it on this channel. You know, I ended up leaving for years. And now obviously I'm back, but yeah, I was struggling with an ED, and I'm not using this as an excuse, by the way. I'm just letting you know the context of how all this happened. My ED basically took up my entire existence at this point. It was physically affecting my health and mentally, and it made it really hard for me to enjoy anything, or do any of my activities and have the energy to do so. So I was struggling to go to work. I was struggling to go out with friends. I was struggling to make YouTube videos and edit them and post them. I was struggling to want to go out at all. I just really wanted to sit at home alone in my room and not talk to anyone. And that's ultimately what I ended up doing. But I did it in a way that just wasn't a good idea. Rather than reaching out to my friends and explaining what was going on and telling them that I may not be in contact for several months, I ended up just cutting everyone out. I haven't talked to Hannah, hadn't talked to Olivia, Caitlin, or Jacob. Yeah, obviously they felt some type of way about that, but we actually, me, Olivia, Caitlin, and Jacob ended up reconnecting a little over a year later in 2021, the very start of 2021, I believe. And we kept that going up until I went to see Augusty, aka Suga or Yoongi of BTS. He had a solo show in Oakland, and me and Olivia and Caitlin went. I ended up getting really sick on this trip, but when we came back, I was still like suffering from the effects of getting this. I'm assuming it was food poisoning. I did a video on it. It's so unserious, right? So we get back from this, and Olivia and Caitlin were planning to see a K-pop boy group called TXT. They told me that they could potentially find me a free ticket. And I was unsure at first because, again, I wasn't feeling well, but eventually I decided that I would go. But here's the problem. I had already made plans with my boyfriend when I got back for us to spend the day together, and that just so happened to fall on the same day as TXT, and I didn't realize that at the time. And so obviously my boyfriend was a little disappointed, and I felt bad because I had made plans to spend time with him. So I ended up wanting to follow through with that because I knew that was the right thing to do. And what I did was I wasn't just going to let the ticket go to waste. So I transferred the ticket to someone on Twitter looking for a ticket. And then I started getting messages from Olivia, I believe, and she was asking if they could have the ticket back for one of their friends that didn't have a ticket. And I was like, oh my God, I just transferred this ticket. And I was just freaking out. You know, me and my boyfriend were working things out, and then I'm receiving countless text messages, video calls. Like, I was just so overwhelmed, and I did the exact thing that when we reconnected I said I wasn't going to do, which was just ghost. And so I did that. And yeah, I mean, obviously this makes me look bad, and it's more on me than on them, but I just wanted to be honest with people about it because I have received comments and messages asking why we're not seen together anymore as a friend group. I do talk to Jacob occasionally, but Olivia and Caitlin, I only follow them now. I wanted to answer that, you know, truthfully, so you guys know what's going on. I don't wish anything bad on them. I feel like I have messed up 2 times in a row, and the best thing for me to do is to just not rekindle that friendship because I just haven't been, you know, a good, responsible friend. And so that was my decision at the end of the day, and I'm sure they definitely feel some type of way about the situation, and I don't blame them. But yeah, we still follow each other. I see what they're up to, but I wanted to answer that because people have asked. Least favorite Michael Jackson song. I This is a really intense question, but I'm gonna have to go with Morphine, but it's simply because it's hard to listen to after Michael's passing. Obviously, it's just not something that I would choose to put on because it's just a hard listen. It's not because it's a bad song, it's just a hard listen. Would you want to do another opening fan mail video anytime soon? I would love to, but I don't have a P.O. box anymore. I still have all of y'all's mail in a binder. I actually made a TikTok about it, I think over a year ago at this point, but I keep all of your letters, and like someone sent me candy, like I tried the candy right. I mean, people have sent me so many amazing things. Fan art, works of art of Michael, Queen, like everyone I talk about, right? I love it so much. Yeah, I haven't opened a P.O. box, so that's why I haven't done it. You got mail. One asked who my favorite YouTubers are. So my number one is Peter Mon. I watch all 7 of his channels. He's got a vlog channel, drama channel, reading channel, review channel, TV show channel. He's got so many channels, but I watch them all. Love him. I love Kiki Chanel. She does like overconsumption, out of touch influencers, scams, MLM videos. I love her videos so much. I think she's hilarious. I love Adam McIntyre. I love his little videos he does on just random topics. Recently, he's done a whole series about having his phone stolen and sold in China for parts. It's wild. New fear has been activated for me. Rachel Oates, I love her. I love a channel called Fundy Fridays where they talk about fundamental Christianity. They're a great duo. They're a couple. They're amazing. I also love Matt Bernstein. His content is so informative, and I love the people he interviews. He actually interviewed Vivian. I could probably list several more, but those are the ones that immediately come to mind. But okay, that was actually the last question. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys. Leave me fanfic recommendations, okay? Leave them in the comments. I see your comments, ladies. I'm lurking.
This one's for all my baby girls. I see your comments, ladies, and they make me smile. I'm lurking and I'm stalking when you least expect it. But lately, I've just been taking care of my business and getting my grind on. But I promise you, I'll be back to play and get my flirt on.